Okay, so last time I went ahead and just showed you guys what I wanted to send into PSA, but this time I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what exactly I own that is already graded. So let's get into it. So to start things off, this is my secret rare VMAX Gardevoir from Champion's Path, PSA 10. Nothing too special about this card. It's part of the first cards I got graded, so I'm just holding on to it for sentimental reasons. This is my Alpha I own from Duelist of the Roses. I have a Gamma and a Beta waiting to get graded right now, so that's why I picked this up. This one was really cheap because it was only an 8, and I don't really care about getting the grades for that one. I just wanted to have a graded set of the trio. So up next, this is my Super Vehicle Jumbo Drill Super Rare First Ed from Power of the Duelist. It's a PSA 10, and the reason I have this card is because I'm a huge fan of GX, and I wanted to collect everybody's signature cards. This is Cyrus's, so perfect. And I don't know what it is, but I just really like secret rares from back in the day. I feel like they're just way better quality, just printed better than the secret rares we get today. And just, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but that's what I really believe in. Okay, so next we have Destiny Hero Dogma's First Ed Super Rare from Power of the Duelist. This one's to satisfy Aster, because this is the card he used the most in the show. I know Plasma's his card, but he used Dogma the most, so that's what I'm going with. And again, the super rare it just feels nicer. I don't know what it is, but I really like it, and I think the card's pretty nice. It's a 9, and I got it for a good price, so I'm happy. Alright, so now we're going to move into some of the better cards in my collection. This is my Elemental Hero Thunder Giant First Edition Ultra Rare from the Lost Millennium, and I really like this card. It has sentimental value because I personally unboxed this card, sent it in, got a 10, so I was super happy. And just taking a look closer at the foiling, again, I don't know what it is about these older cards. Even the Ultra Rares, just, they feel better, and yeah. The next card is going to be an Arm Dragon level 7 Ultra Rare, first edition from Soul of the Duelist, PSA 9. I really like Arm Dragon. I know people don't really care about that archetype, but I think Arm Dragons are sick, and this is Chaz's signature card, so 2 for 1. And just taking a look, I think this card is beautiful. The only problem I have with it is that it's an older cert. I don't really like the older cases because they give you that extra room, but you know, whatever. Okay, so these next few cards, I'm just going to kind of lightning round them because there's really nothing too special about them. Most of these I just sent in because they were bulk and they were cheap, but starting it off, this is a Piplup from the McDonald's collection. Got a 10, happy about that. Then I sent in 2 copies of Chiyomaru's, both got 9s unfortunately, but don't care too much about that card. I just kind of sent them in because they were cheap at the time, and I was like, you know what, why not? The next up is my S-Force Platina, sent in both. I like this card, so I'm probably going to keep both. Fortunately, both got a 9, which was really sad for me because I thought at least one had a chance at a 10, but who knows. And then finally, we have a Silent Paladin that I submitted, got a 7, which really hurt. But upon looking at it closer, there are a lot of scratches on the foiling, so that's probably why. I think overall the centering's not bad, but yeah, there's just so many scratches on that thing. So this is a Teardrop the Rika Keen I have from Secret Slayer's First Ed PSA 10. This is crazy because I bought this card off TCG Player for like $5 before the whole blow up. Decided to send it in because I liked the card and somehow I got a 10. So for anybody wondering, yeah, it's possible to just have random cards from TCG Player get a 10. But I really like this card and I'm super happy it got a 10, so no complaints from me. I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, but I think I talked about how I like Winkribo a lot and how I wanted a whole collection of PSA graded 1 through 10s of them. This is one of them I got back. This is a PSA 9. I think I got this card off TCG Player or eBay, so really happy about that. But that's not the best part. The best part is what happened after. So these 3 are my PSA 10 Winkaribos. The one on the left I bought earlier, but then the other 2 I personally sent in. I believe the middle one was the one I unboxed myself, and the right one was one I just bought off TCG Player or eBay. And yeah, so this is the first one, the one I bought a while ago. It's an older cert and the case is kind of scratched up, but it's still a 10, so I was really happy. Then the next one right here, this is the one I unboxed, and I was like guaranteed this thing's gonna get a 10. You know, my other 2 cards that I sent in at the time got 10s. This one is like, it's definitely gonna get a 10. So really happy, clean card, good centering. And then this final one right here, I was like, it was a coin toss because again, bought it off TCG Player or eBay. looked pretty clean, so I was like, it could get at least a 9. So I was happy that that happened. Okay, so now I want to talk about my ultis here. So this first one is my Bountiful Artemis. It's from Tournament Pack 1. It has a 9, and it's a 9 because on the top left there's some scratches on it. But overall, this card is a beautiful card. I love the OTS foiling. I know they did this starting in like 5D's era, but I'm just a huge fan of it. And it's overall a really nice card. Got it for steal, so I'm very happy. And the next ulti I have to show off is my Abyss Dweller PSA 9 from Tournament Pack 13. This card I got because it was really good price, and the only thing I don't like about it is it's so dark that the foiling makes it hard to kind of see the art. But again, it's still an OTS ulti. Really like the foiling on it. Really like the texturing, and yeah, that's about it on this one. And then up next we have a Cyberblader Ultimate Rare First Edition PSA 9 from Elemental Energy. This is Alexis' signature card in my collection, but it's one of my least favorite ultis because there's just like no ulti foiling on it. I don't know why. It's just like, it's really hard to tell unless you're like looking at it in person that it has any foiling. But again, I need it for my collection so I can get all the signature cards, so Alexis is checked off on my list. So the next ulti I wanted to show you guys is my Elemental Mr. Story Auto PSA 10 from the Lost Millennium. I think this card is really nice looking. It has a good amount of foiling. And this one also has some sentimental value because I unboxed this personally, submitted it, got a 10, so really happy about that. And yeah, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I guess now it's time for the quote-unquote top 3 of my collection. So to kick off the top 3 then, this is my Scapegoat Ultimate Rare from OTS 8. I like this card for no other reason other than the goats. I always liked how they looked, and it was in the anime. Really happy I was able to pick this one up because it just looks really nice, and that Ultimate Rare foiling just adds that icing on the cake. And for the number 2 spot, we have my El Shaddoll Construct Ultimate Rare First Ed PSA 9 from Duelist Alliance. I never played Invoke Shadolls, but I know it's a strong card. I'm just a fan of the art, and the foiling on it just adds to that. It gives it that really menacing vibe, which should be the case because the Shadolls are like the evil versions of other cards. Really big fan of this card, and I was happy I could pick one up for my collection. And the number 1 spot is going to go to my PSA 9 Black Rose Dragon Ghost Rare from Crossroads of Chaos. It is unlim, but I'm just not willing to pay the first ed price for this card. It's just way too much. This card, I think Black Rose is one of the best arts in the game, and when there's a Ghost Rare, it's always going to be good. Like, just take a look at how nice that looks. So that's going to be it for the showcase, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.